So there is one negative part about having a loud, straight piped car, and that's this. I'm about to go to work, 6:20 in the morning, and the rest of my neighborhood really isn't as car obsessed as I am. So we're just gonna turn it on, and like I do every morning, just jet out of here. Before it starts warming up to that loud blah, 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 blah sound. And really, that's it. That is all that's negative about having a straight pipe car. One thing I noticed is I really couldn't find many videos on these cars being driven at night, and I just wanted to take the time to create that video as well. So it's going to be pretty brief, but I really can't get over how good these adaptive headlights are on the 2019 STi. I think the adaptive headlights came out in 2018, but this is my first time driving with them. So I used to have a 550i with the adaptive headlights, and they weren't as noticeable. It seemed like they were a little bit too smooth. Whenever you made a turn, you really couldn't see the headlights working. With the STi, you can definitely see them working. Every time you make a turn, those headlights will turn in the direction that you're going, and you can see that. And I actually prefer it that way. I drove a 2007 Corvette as my daily driver for about a year, and the visibility on that car was pretty low. I mean, but you kind of get used to it. And then I swapped to a 2012 Jeep Rubicon, just because I wanted to say, hey, I owned a Jeep at one point in my life. And the visibility on that Jeep was not all that great, to tell you the truth as well. The first time I drove my 18 WRX, which has the exact same visibility as my 19 STi, I was shocked at the amount of visibility you get in this car. I told one of my friends, I said, I feel like I'm in a Volkswagen Beetle, just too much light. First thing I wanted to do was get the windows tinted to reduce my visibility. But after a while, I got used to it, and going into other vehicles, you realize just how well engineered this car really is. I'm not sure if it was because my car was black, but during nighttime drives, it seemed like a lot of people were trying to hit me. Most of the time when I drive at night, though, it's early in the morning, like this time, and it very well could be that people are just tired and just not paying attention on the road. After I put my exhaust on, I noticed that people started paying a lot more attention. You don't have to honk at anybody, you just bleep the throttle a little bit and everybody starts taking notice. Not sure if you guys noticed this as well, but one thing that I really like that you can do in the interior is, as I'm running Waze, I want it to be in night mode, which is that dark screen. And if you adjust the interior lighting, I think you just have to turn it 2 notches. It goes from this super bright screen to nighttime mode, and it's a lot easier on your eyes. Since I do such early morning driving before the sun rises, the only thing that I wish that I could figure out for my neighbor's sake is how to make the exhaust less loud during the startup phase. Don't get me wrong, I love everything about my straight pipe setup, but I'm not so sure that the neighbors do. The last feature that I'll talk about for nighttime driving that I think it kind of gets overlooked is the backup camera. I can come anywhere, be pitch black, back up, and I see everything perfectly. Coming up in a couple of weeks, I am going to be tinting my windows, which helps with the headlights in the back of you during nighttime, but it also reduces visibility slightly. So it's always a trade-off, which I actually think is well worth it regardless, especially during the daytime. Well, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.